Do you have a teen that just is never grateful for anything? Maybe even they've had something that they really, really wanted and you made it happen for them and they felt joy for a day or a week or a month and then they didn't really care about it anymore. There's actually a name for that one specifically. It's called hedonic adaptation. It's when something that used to give us joy no longer brings us joy. And what's interesting about this, about hedonic adaptation or just never being grateful for anything, is that it's actually normal. It's actually normal. It is easier, unfortunately, for humans to notice what's negative in our lives than it is for us to notice what's positive. And this is really left over from ancient times when we were just always on guard looking for threats. The good news, however, is that there are things that we can do to start more easily noticing the positive in life, to default there instead of negative, right? Now, this is a practice, right? It does take training, just like training a muscle, you can train your gratitude muscle. And it does take that because our natural state is to see the negative, right? So there are 5 things that I want to share with you today that a person can do to experience more gratitude in their life. 4 of them are easy activities that you can do throughout the day, while you're journaling, while you're meditating, and then 1 of them is going to be pretty significant. So we'll talk about that one at the end. These are activities that I give the young people that I work with. I'm a life design and career coach. And part of that life design portion of my program is learning about things that can make our experience on the planet a positive one, regardless of what we do for work. And even if we are experiencing a crappy situation, because life happens and crappy situations come along, these are things that can at least improve our experience a little bit while we strive to improve our current circumstances. You know, I think a lot of people, especially a lot of young people, think that once they achieve their dream career, they're going to be fine and they're going to be happy for forever. That may be the case, but that's not always the case. And even if they do achieve that dream career, it could take a while. Maybe that's further along down the line in their career, right? So what are things that we can do apart from what we do for work that have nothing to do with work, nothing to do with money, that can improve our experience on the planet? One of these things that I work on with my clients is cultivating a gratitude practice, okay? So let's talk about the 4 activities that they can do on a daily basis, and the 5th one that is even more significant for really training that gratitude muscle. Now, the first easy activity that they can do is thinking about something in their life that they're grateful for and tracing backwards everything that had to happen for that thing to come into their life. And this can be as small as, say, you know, I have a pair of slippers that I really, really love. Okay, what had to happen for those slippers to come into my life? Well, a designer designed them, and then a manufacturer made them, and then they got on a truck and made it to the store in my area, and then my husband happened to see them in the store and thought of me, and then he snuck to buy them because I was with him, and then he put them in my stocking for Christmas, and now they're my favorite pair of slippers, right? So it can be as simple or as little as that, or it could be as grand as a person who came into your life who's really significant, and what did it have to take for that person to come into your life? So it could be anything, okay? So that's activity number 1. Number 2 is as simple as noticing what works in your life as you go about your day. Just, oh gosh, I'm not having any trouble with my internet today. Yay, right? I don't have to worry about the water turning on when I need water, right? So just noticing what works as you go throughout your day. Number 3 is actually a really popular one with my clients. It's gratitude alphabet. And particularly this is popular for right before bedtime. This is great to do either kind of in meditation or even journaling right before you fall asleep. And it's simply to think, what in my life am I grateful for that starts with the letter A? What am I in my life am I grateful for that starts with the letter B? And going through the alphabet. I have a lot of clients that like this one, and sometimes we'll have multiple things per letter. The fourth one is a life scan for who has helped us along the way. So this one could be, you know, that friend that randomly came into your life years ago that has made a wonderful positive impact on your life, or it could be something really small like, you know, a stranger who helped you in some way that was big to you, but they probably don't even realize how big it was, and you'll never see that person again. It could be anything, okay? So those are the 4 easy activities that we can do in meditation, in journaling, or just throughout our day. All right, so the last one that I want to share with you today is pretty significant for cultivating a sense of gratitude in our lives, and that is being generous. When one is generous, they are much more likely to feel gratitude. And what's interesting is that when one is grateful, they're much more likely to be generous. So it's the best kind of catch-22, or as I like to call it, a happiness spiral. When you're grateful, you're generous, and then when you're generous, you're grateful, and it just keeps spiraling like that. So you can step into this happiness spiral from either place, gratitude or generosity. The other thing that's really cool about this is it also amplifies gratitude, because being generous creates a sense of gratitude in those that you are being generous toward. And so now they also get to step into a happiness spiral. So I think, you know, helping young people to find ways to be generous is going to be really significant for them. And it can be as little as, you know, a random act of kindness, or even better yet, you can go big and help them find volunteer opportunities. Help them find opportunities where they can see that just a little bit of their presence, a little bit of their help can actually have a huge impact on someone's life, whether that's a person or an animal, whatever the circumstance is. So if we can help them to find a way to be generous, they are much more likely to experience gratitude. All right, well, I hope this helped you today. I will be sharing other things as well that I work on with clients to help them just feel a sense of fulfillment, to have a more positive experience in life, regardless of what they do for work. So keep your eye on my YouTube channel for those coming soon, and I will see you there.